Let me propose a question. We all know people who walk through fire and don't even smell of smoke, while others crumble into dust at a passing breeze. Have you ever wondered what separates them? It's not fate. It's not an accident of birth. It's an internal architecture, a mental fortitude that most people are never taught how to build. They spend their lives running on a treadmill of comfort, addicted to the dopamine of ease, and then wonder why the smallest real-world obstacle feels like an insurmountable wall. But that's their story. It doesn't have to be yours. Not after this. Because what you're about to receive isn't just advice, it's the source code. The blueprint to rewire your operating system and become psychologically unbreakable. The excuses will stop. The self-doubt will die. And you will take the helm of your own life. If you're ready to take it, let's begin. Section 1. The Forging Principle. First, a fundamental shift in perspective. You have to incinerate the idea that life is meant to be frictionless. Look at anyone you admire for their resilience. Do you think they were forged in a silk-lined cradle? No, they were forged in the crucible. They earned their strength through struggle, through failure, through the relentless act of pushing against the unmovable until it moved. Your mind isn't a delicate flower to be protected. It's a blade to be sharpened, and blades are only sharpened against resistance. The easy path doesn't just keep you weak, it makes you fragile. So when life inevitably lands a real punch, you shatter. Here is the mindset that changes everything. Every challenge is resistance training for your soul. Every setback, every failure, every person who tells you no, it is not a barrier. It is a whetstone. The moment you start seeing adversity as the very thing that builds you, instead of the thing that's trying to break you, the entire game flips. Your mindset becomes your armor. Let me tell you about forging. They called David Goggins one of the toughest men alive. But he wasn't born that way. He was once an overweight pest exterminator, adrift and miserable. One night, he saw a documentary about Navy SEALs, and a switch flipped inside him. He decided to stop running from things and start running towards the impossible. The problem? He had to lose over 100 pounds in under 3 months just to enter training. A medical impossibility. So what did he do? He waged war on his own limitations. 4 a.m. wake-ups. Brutal, miles-long runs on broken feet. He fought the urge to quit every minute of every day, because he understood a universal truth. True strength is forged in the moments you want to stop, but you don't. Fast forward. He didn't just become a SEAL. He became an elite endurance athlete, shattering records and proving that the limits we perceive are just mirages in our own minds. He turned his personal hell into his forging ground. That power isn't exclusive to him. It's a human potential. It's your potential. Section 2. Purge the corrupting code. If you want to install this new operating system, you must first delete the old, corrupting files. Stop doing these 3 things, effective immediately. Stop complaining. Complaining is the vocalization of powerlessness. It's an abdication of your agency. It solves nothing and only reinforces a victim mentality. The choice is binary. Either dedicate your energy to fixing the problem, or accept it and redirect your focus. There is no third option. Stop seeking comfort. Growth and comfort are mutually exclusive. They cannot coexist in the same space. Your potential lies just outside the border of your comfort zone. Purposefully step into that discomfort. That is where you expand. Stop manufacturing excuses. Excuses are just well-packaged lies you tell yourself to justify stagnation. The truth is, you always have a choice. Maybe not over the circumstances, but always over your response. Choose the action that builds the person you want to become. Section 3. The Daily Liturgy of Strength. Now for the practice. These are not just habits. They are a daily liturgy, rituals that build psychological armor piece by piece. The daily baptism in discomfort. You hate cold showers? Perfect. Start your day by doing what you don't want to do. It's not about the cold water. It's about teaching your mind, from the first moment you're awake, that it is not the one in charge. You are. Forge the body, fortify the mind. Your mind and body are not separate entities. They are a single, interconnected unit. A weak body houses a tentative mind. Physical exertion isn't just for your muscles. It's a release valve for stress and a powerful tool for mental clarity. Calibrate your internal compass. Call it meditation, call it mindfulness, call it sitting in silence. I don't care. The practice is about learning to observe your own thoughts without being controlled by them. 10 minutes a day is all it takes to rewire your brain for focus, calm, and radical self-awareness. Pay the daily toll. Every single day, Do one thing you don't want to do. Just one. Could be one more set at the gym. Could be making the difficult phone call. It's a small daily toll you pay for the price of getting stronger. Section 4. Mastering the inner storm. Mentally formidable people are not emotionless. They have just mastered the space between stimulus and response. When you feel that surge, stress, anger, fear, triggering a reaction, deploy the pause protocol. Stop. Take one deep, conscious breath. Count to 3. This infinitesimally small gap is where your power lies. It's the moment you reclaim control from your primal brain and engage your rational mind. Emotions are weather patterns. They are temporary, powerful, but they are not you. You are the sky, they're just clouds passing through. To let them dictate your actions is to be a ship without a rudder, tossed violently by every passing storm. Learn to be the lighthouse. Section 5. Re-engineer your relationship with failure. Most of the world is paralyzed by a fear of failure. Let them be. You will see it for what it is, data. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a critical component of it. The greatest innovators, athletes, and leaders on earth have a higher failure count than most people have attempts. If you failed recently, congratulations. It means you are in the arena. It means you are gathering data on what doesn't work, so you can iterate towards what does. The only catastrophic failure is the failure to get back up. The only true loss is quitting. Section 6. The unshakable core. This is the ultimate goal. To cultivate a core so solid that external events cannot shake you. Life is unpredictable. You will be blindsided. Betrayal, loss, failure, disappointment. They are not possibilities. They are eventualities. The difference is the unbreakable don't crumble. They adapt. They pivot. They recalibrate and they press on. How? Embrace the 10-90 principle. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you choose to respond. You can't control the hand you're dealt, but you have absolute power over how you play it. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what am I going to do about it? Master emotional control. Anger, frustration, fear. These are blinding forces. When they arise, see them as alarms, not as directors. Step back. Analyze logically. The capacity to remain calm and deliberate under fire is the ultimate strategic advantage. Accept that pain is inevitable, suffering is a choice. Pain is the raw, physical, or emotional sensation. Suffering is the story you tell yourself about the pain. Suffering comes from resisting reality, from wishing things were different. The moment you accept the what is and begin dealing with it, you liberate yourself from suffering. Cultivate a nothing can break me identity. This is your final shield. No matter what comes, your internal mantra is simple. I will not break. I will endure. I will overcome. The truth is, you're far stronger than you think. You have survived 100% of your worst days so far. You're still here. Section 7. Discipline is the engine. Motivation is a passenger. Too many people wait for motivation to strike. They wait to feel like it. That's why they live in a state of permanent stagnation. Here's the brutal truth. Motivation is a fleeting, unreliable chemical high. Discipline is a skill, an identity, and the only thing that will carry you to greatness. Some days you'll wake up on fire. Most days you won't. If you only act when you're motivated, you are guaranteeing mediocrity. The solution is discipline. It is the art of doing what is necessary, regardless of how you feel. You don't feel like hitting the gym, but your discipline takes you there. You don't feel like starting the hard project, but your discipline opens the laptop. Stop waiting for a feeling. Start building a system. Your goal is a destination, but your system is the vehicle that gets you there, rain or shine. Focus on executing the system every day, the small, consistent, unglamorous actions, and the results become an inevitable byproduct. Motivation is fickle. Discipline is eternal. Master discipline, and you master your destiny. Listen to me. None of this theory matters without immediate application. The screen will go dark, and you will face a choice. You can click away, letting this be another temporary spark of inspiration that fades back into the comfortable static of your old habits. You can remain exactly where you are. Or, you can make a decision. That today is day one. The day the excuses end. The day the real work begins. The day you stop being a passenger in your own life and take the controls. Which is it? Your future self is watching you right now, hoping you make the right choice. Don't let them down. Lock in. Level up. The work starts now.